The Republican debate, which aired right here on ABC overnight, plenty of fireworks and perhaps serious consequences for some of the candidates, with the New Hampshire primary just 2 days away.
We have a team coverage this morning, and we're going to start things off with ABC's John Karl, who's right there in the debate hall. Hi, John.
Good morning, Paula. It was a raucous night, and it was an especially good night for the three governors on the stage. They had been stuck in the back of the pack, but each of them broke through in what was really a do-or-die debate for all of them.
Back at center stage again, Donald Trump responded to questions from his rivals about whether he has the temperament to be commander-in-chief.
I actually think I have the best temperament. I'm not one with a trigger. Other people up here, believe me, would be a lot faster.
It was Ted Cruz who had said just this week that Trump was so intemperate he might nuke Denmark. Asked about that, he backed off.
You said he doesn't have the temperament to be commander-in-chief. Do you stand by those words?
I think that is an assessment the voters are going to make.
If you noticed, he didn't answer your question.
Cruz also apologized to Ben Carson after his campaign wrongly claimed that the doctor was going to drop out right before the Iowa caucuses.
When this transpired, I apologized to him then, and I do so now. Ben, I'm sorry.
We can see what happened. Everybody can see what happened, and you can make your own judgment.
Dr. Carson, thank you.
But the biggest target of the night was Marco Rubio. He's been on a roll in New Hampshire, but he ran into a buzzsaw named Chris Christie.
You have not been involved in a consequential decision where you had to be held accountable. You just simply haven't.
I think the experience is not just what you did, but how it worked out. This country already has a debt problem. We don't need to add to it by electing someone who has experience at running up and destroying the credit rating of his state.
Marco, the thing is this. When you're president of the United States, when you're a governor of a state, the memorized 30-second speech where you talk about how great America is at the end of it doesn't solve one problem. And when the worst natural disaster in your state's history hits you, they expect you to rebuild their state, which is what I've done. None of that stuff happens on the floor of the United States Senate. It's a fine job. I'm glad you ran for it, but it does not prepare you for president of the United States.
Perhaps the real story of the night was the governors. Christie, Kasich, and Bush dominated much of the debate.
We have to solve problems in America by coming together, Republicans and Democrats, Americans first, party and ideology second, in the second back seat of this country. That's what we need to do.
Jeb Bush went after Trump on the issue of eminent domain until Trump shushed him.
Let me talk. Quiet. A lot of times.
Trump, basking in the booze, did something never seen before in a presidential debate. He attacked the audience.
That's all of his donors and special interests out there. So, that's what it is.
I've never seen that before, a candidate on the stage attacking the debate audience. But with just 2 days to go until the New Hampshire primary, those candidates are hitting the trail hard. I count 15 events today, and that's all before the Super Bowl.
And how many times have you said, I've never seen that before on the campaign trail of this season? Too many to count,
That's been
probably.
the theme of this campaign.
All right. Thanks, John.